Well, that's the end of the official part of today. I hope you'll agree it's been a fantastic day. I think it's one of the best that we've run yet, and certainly the size of the audience has been fantastic. Could I ask you please to thank all the speakers and chairs who've all given their time voluntarily over this day for all the effort that they've put in, produced some fantastic presentations and some really good discussions. So thank you. I should also thank the BVA staff who've been running up and down the stairs all day with the microphones. They've done a grand job. Thank you very much for all of you. Thank you too for all of you for coming. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please tell all your colleagues what they've missed and tell them to come next year, because this is a unique event. Thank you again for our sponsors and supporters of today's forum, Vet Partners, Seaver Animal Health and the Webinar Vet. And most importantly of all, thank you to the Animal Welfare Foundation staff. Erica and Sian worked their little whatsits off to get this running, and you can imagine that it's not an easy task, so thank you for them too. I think if I was going to sum up today, it would be, just because we can, does it mean we should? Because that's really a theme that's gone through the whole day. There are all sorts of things. There's a challenge to the Royal College to pick up some of the ethics issues. An interesting farm debate where really we didn't change our minds very much, but is consumer choice driving all these issues, or is it a lack of science, or just the implementation of science? From the exotics, a very significant change in our opinion over that, and well done to the pro-exotics people. You've really obviously convinced many of us that keeping exotics can be done, but just because it can be done, does it mean it should be done? And those last three presentations on research, Kathy's presentation on the prioritisation, which is really, we hope, going to drive what AWF does over the next few years. I was interested to learn that Liverpool was a pathogen. I guess that most supporters of Tottenham Hotspur would probably agree, whereas Liverpool supporters would, of course, say that it wasn't a fluke. But more seriously, there were some real practical results from that bit of research that we sponsored. And it does bring out the whole point of what AWF does in research. That is to do things which help practitioners to better treat the animals that are presented to them. And the last presentation on PUO in cats, that of course was funded by, or largely funded by, a legacy from GP West, who was a veterinary surgeon. So if you're thinking of dying in the near future, if you write your will before you do so, that would be very grateful. So lastly, before we go then, please, you've all got feedback forms in your bags. Please, please, please complete them, because it's on those that we base largely what we're going to do next year. So things that you want to talk about and you think that are contentious, please tell us about it. If you drop them outside, that's fine. If you don't have time to do it and you're too keen to get to the Red Lion, then you can fill it in online before we go. Please consider supporting us in all sorts of ways. If you have a practice charity, why don't you make the AWF your practice charity? Because none of this that we do can be done without adequate funding. And as you can imagine, for any charity, providing enough money is always an uphill battle. If you're going to the House of Commons, don't forget to keep your badge, because you'll need it for when you get there. And don't forget to take your invitation, because the nice policeman on the gate won't let you in without it. We can continue those discussions there over a little bit of liquid refreshment, so I look forward to seeing you all there. So on behalf of all the trustees of the Animal Welfare Foundation, thank you very much for coming today. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.